I am grouchy because it is so hot out. It is hot. It is humid. It is sticky. You might be like me. Makeup just melts off your face and makes you uncomfortable. So what should you wear on your face when the weather is oppressive? You're going to find out today with me, Rebecca. I am a 20+ year veteran of fashion and beauty journalism, and I have worked with some of the biggest names in the industry. I founded Not Fit for Print Beauty here so that you have a kind of beauty magazine that you can figuratively flip through every day or so here on YouTube. Yeah, sometimes even with oppressive, uncomfortable weather, we pare down as much as we can, but you can't just always go out to an outside event or seeing people outside looking a wreck. I do it myself plenty of times because I don't like the heat, but I do have a high heat routine. Actually, I'm wearing it now. My hair has gone crazy. I don't care. I'm wearing whatever old cotton thing is nice and flowy, but sometimes your face just has to look a little bit more done. So I have a pared down, more cooled down makeup routine that I want to share with you today. And in order to share it, I am going to go back into the archives. This is also a way that we can, what do they used to call it? Shop your stash, that you can look back at some makeup that you probably already have and haven't been giving enough love to. We all push things aside to favor the newest and brightest. I have one or two slightly new products in here, but pretty much all of them are blasts from the past few seasons that I thought might awaken that curiosity in you to go back in your own collection and see what you've got. Now, depending on the hemisphere that you're in, you might be going into winter, but those of us here in this hemisphere, hot, hot, hot. I also want you to tell me down below if you love the hot weather or hate it and what your routine is. Is it anything like mine? Because I want to show you mine right now. Don't forget that down below we have information on how to join our Facebook page. It's free, or a less than $5 a month subscription here on YouTube. We have lives and all sorts of things. And you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, all of that good stuff. But I want to go to the demo now because when it's hot, I'm grouchy, and I would prefer not to look so hot, bothered, and grouchy. Stay right. Okay, I have nothing on my face right now but some morning skincare and admittedly a little bit of a frown because it's hot out. And we're going to revisit some old favorites so that hopefully you have a chance to go back into your stash and look at what you got. And maybe experiment a little bit. That's what I'm going to do today. So here's what I would do for a full face of makeup where I have to be outside and I will inevitably be grouchy. If you've been with my channel for a while, you know that I like, especially if I'm trying to pare it down, I like a color corrector that's a little bit more my skin tone rather than a concealer. I kind of use it as both. Tarte is my favorite, but I noticed I have the Tarte Pink, which isn't bad. I love the Tarte Peach. I have the Tarte Yellow, which I don't really use. The Tarte Peach works for my light medium skin and it looks like I'm out. I've been using Cali Ray a lot. It is nice, but it's no Tarte. I will definitely link the Tarte. But let's go with the Natasha Denona color corrector. It's not bad. This is the High Glam. It's $30. It's in the shade C2. There is no doubt, however, that the Tarte Shape Tape color corrector for $32 is my favorite. Now remember, I'm going to have all these things linked below for your shopping pleasure, but we are starting to link things with YouTube shopping here in the corner, and you can click on them on screen. We don't have everything yet, so as many as I can put up there I will, and then you can shop either from the description bar, or look, you don't have to shop, you can just browse. Sometimes you just want to see what something's about, and you can find those links. I'm going to put this all over, guys. This is the C2 from Natasha. You can find those links however you're comfortable, down below or where available in the corner of the screen. Just explaining to you how YouTube shopping works. All right. And I put a lot of this on. The reason I've gone really heavy on this color corrector / concealer is because I'm not going to go very heavy on the rest of the face. Remember, we're talking hot here and cranky. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this in, and you'll see you have to be mindful of your skin tone so that you can get this done and make sure that it does look a bit skin tone-ish, albeit a bit brighter. And on me, I like the peachy shades that are a little bit oranger, and they kind of cover up a number of complexion flaws that I have going on. Okay. Let's revisit a foundation here, and we're going to use a skin tint. And we've been talking a lot about skin tints on this channel that are glowy, some that are matte. Most of them are glowy. I think this one is a really good in-between, not too glowy, not too matte. It is, of course, the Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint from Danessa Myricks. It's $36. This is the shade 5. And I just think kind of it's a nice happy medium. Doesn't have anything that makes anybody upset. You know, the Charlotte Tilbury one has divided people. And I also wanted to go back into my collection and pick out some favorites that have really stood the test of time. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on. Now, if I had my choice when it was hot, I would put on no makeup. Honestly, you guys, I would. I just, you know, I can't help it. When I say I don't like the heat, I don't like the heat. Just really don't. The sun is not our friend. Now, you might ask about SPF. Well, this is a makeup video, not skincare. I did put SPF on as part of my morning skincare. And I always tell you guys about this, but I really like to spray throughout the day just to freshen up SPF. This is not an SPF video, but I did want to mention it because we're talking about hot weather. I really, really like the Habit spray sunscreen. I'll put that up, and I think I can get that even on screen for you to click on and just look at. It just sprays over and applies a little more SPF because you do have to reapply. So I like that. So as you can see, this Danessa product is just enough. It's not shiny, but it's a little bit dewy. Do I powder? I don't. I'm too hot and I don't bother. If you have a shiny T-zone though, a little bit of powder doesn't hurt, but I'm not. I just am letting it kind of just go a little bit glowy. I'm not putting any product onto my brows because my hands are all over my face. I'm spraying it with sunscreen, but here's what I do like. Do you guys remember this? I have continued to love this product from Benefit. It's their Fluffy Brow Wax. And it comes, this is a mini, it comes in mini and regular. And it really holds the brows and they don't get sticky. So I'm just going to put that onto my brows just to hold them in place a little bit. But I'm not actually putting any color or pencil on them. That is my favorite. I know that people like they have like a clear gel. I like this wax. I think it's really comfortable and nice, and my brows don't move and they don't look shellacked. Shellac. That's a good word. So we're going to put that on. Okay. Let's continue on here with our complexion. I am going to be using a combination here of powders, creams, and liquids. For hot weather, that is purposeful. If it's all cream, it feels melty. If it's all liquid, it feels melty. I like how an occasional powder here and there can help with the humidity or wherever you're kind of up against. So we're going to go with bronzer as a powder. And this is, of course, the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. It is my favorite. This is the powder bronzer. It's $41 or it can be $58. 41 or 58 mini or not. This is the tan shade. I will link it. And it's the perfect powder bronzer. And I feel like it's kind of time to introduce a powder. I have all of this all over the face that's so liquidy. And I just kind of want to, I'm almost using the powder to just kind of all over the face really, just to kind of set everything down a little bit, but not too much. And it's not an extra added powder. It's also kind of giving my face some color at the same time. And I killed two birds with one stone there and worked in a little bit of powder. And I think that works. If I don't use a powder bronzer, I'll use a powder blush. I'm not going to today, but you know, I try to work in at least 1 or 2 powders when it is hot like this. So it's just got something to go for. All right, let's do some blush now. Actually, all right, and let's take this. I'm not going to do a big eye look. So let's go ahead and take this Charlotte bronzer that I have in my hand and just put that bronzer, you guys know I love this, into the crease of the eye just to give a little bit more definition. It is too hot to go too crazy with an eye look for me. If I know I'm going to be in air conditioning, that's one thing. No, I'm not joking. When I say I don't enjoy heat, I don't enjoy heat. I am a terrible Southern Californian. I'm much more suited for the Pacific Northwest, I think, guys. I am. Now, the rest of the eyes, I'm going to do something really kind of weird. So stay with me here. But it's a hot weather look that I kind of like. Remember I said I'm not going to do a complicated eye look? I'm not. I'm going to use a cocoa brown pencil in the Waterline. But I'm going to use kind of a melty, creamy one. You could use Victoria Beckham Beauty here, but if you're part of the Cheapies Club, I really like this one. This is the Melt Waterline Pencil. It's the shade Cocoa, $19. Kind of the same shade as the Victoria Beckham Cocoa, but this one's even a little bit softer, and it's not very reliable. Why are you using it? Let me tell you. I'm going to put it here in this part, the outer portion of the Waterline. And up top too. Let me tell you why. Because it's going to run a little bit. It's going to run just a little bit. It's going to smear just a little bit. And when it does, it's actually kind of pretty. It gives that kind of summer, kind of rock and roll kind of look. I really like it. It doesn't go down your face or make panda bear eyes, but it kind of will come out a little bit and smudge a little bit on the sides, and I like that. But I've always been one that likes like a smudged red lipstick in the winter too. So, you know, I don't know if you should go by me, but I like that. Then we got, I'm going to curl the lashes. I always use Rephr or Surratt. Last video I said that I've been pulling out my Rephr one a lot because my daughter stole the Surratt, so I got to go get that back. I noticed the Surratt eyelash curler is having a bit of a moment on TikTok. Did you guys see that? Good for them. Honestly, good for them. So there's the Rephr. And we got Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit, second Benefit product actually. Anywhere from $16 to $29, depending on if you purchase the largest size or the smallest one. You know, yesterday's video I had the brand new Lancome. And that one was really nice, but it kind of fluffed up the lashes but didn't lengthen them. And I think this does a little bit of both. Now, I'm going to get a little bit, as the day wears on and it gets hot, and I get even crankier, I'm going to get a little bit of smudging from the eyeliner and then these really full lashes. And I think that makes up for the fact that there will not be a lot of eye makeup on my eye other than that bronzer in the crease. And I might take another product and run it up there as we go. But I'm not working in eyeshadow. And funnily enough, I never have. Everyone will say to me, people send me a DM, which eyeshadow palette do you wear more? And I'm like, pretty much none of them. Unless I'm on camera. I love eyeshadow. But on my own, you guys, I have never favored a heavy eyeshadow look. Okay, for blush today, we're going to go to a recent favorite, and that is the Armani, this Armani Luminous Silk. It's beautiful, and I have this really pinky, purpley pinky shade that I love that we're going to do here, and I'm just going to kind of tap it on. I'm not going to overdo it. I usually overdo blush when I'm showing you a new product in a color, but I'm actually going to put this on the way I would wear it. Let's do just a little bit more all the way up those cheeks. It's kind of a violet-y purple. Pink, violet-y purple pink. And I'm just kind of putting it everywhere because I'm going to work in, you'll see, some highlighter too. I do not prefer a glowy blush. I prefer something matte. There's enough glow going on in the foundation, and we are going to use glow a little bit with a highlighter so it can get to be too much. Let's put it across the bridge of the nose. There we go. And I do like a very flushed look on the cheeks in general in the summer because I'm not doing a lot on the eyes. Now I can go ahead if I wanted to and maybe put a little bit onto the eyes. Let's get that dip back in there. Nothing wrong with that, but nothing too obvious. I just kind of want to tie it together. Nothing too obviously pink. Okay. Just a little bit of a hint already. Things are coming together. This is actually really pretty on the lips too, but I have a different lip look in mind, but here's what we've got going so far. I'm already coming together. I am going to blend this matte blush, and this feels really cool, you guys. Like, I don't feel like I have too much on my face. I'm going to blend it with a liquid highlighter. This is the Super Gel highlighter from Saie in Starglow. And this is anywhere from $16. You can get a lot of these in minis, which is just great for travel. $16 to $28. And I really like the fact that this is kind of a gel. So you put it there on the back of your hand. And I'm just going to kind of mix it in. It's not too flashy. It's not glittery. I'm just going to kind of mix it onto the cheek with the blush that we just put on. And this will be a little bit of added glow on the nose and such without adding sparkle or heat. And it's a nice cooling gel. So I really like the look of that. Okay. And I can even put it here and just, you know, go over there. That's a little extra that I had. No big deal. Just adds a little bit on. It's a gel, so it doesn't ever feel heavy, which I dislike. And I can even take that brush that we had. Here it is. Take a little bit of it and even put it right there because that's always pretty. And we're pretty much done with the eye without having a real, and the brows are not done. They're just kind of staying in place. Okay, let's now talk about our lips. So we have, what I'm going to do for lips is I'm not going to do a lipstick. I'm going to do a lip liner, one of my favorite lip liners, and a gloss, one of my favorite glosses. So let's go back into the archives and come back up with the Mario. I love this Mario pencil. This one is in the shade Hugh, H-U-G-H. Again, it will be below or on screen if I can get it there. This is just kind of a brownish rosy pink. And I'm just kind of going around messily. And I love, the reason I love the Mario is I love the shades, and I also love this brush, which as you can see is really well loved. And I can blend it a little. So almost the whole lip is covered, but the inside of the lip is still productless. And then I'm going to take, of course, for summer, our beautiful Dior Lip Maximizer. This is in the shade 067, $40. A million different glosses on the market. Use your own that you like. I just like that this has a little bit of interest. It's got a little bit of a shade shift. And I'm going to put it all over. And there we have my finished hot weather grouchy girl look, right? They say hot girl summer. This is grouchy girl summer. So there's my favorite. Hair is a mess. I'm hot and grouchy, but at least I look presentable. All right, tell me what your favorites are. Do you like any of the products that I pulled out here? Tell me what your favorites are for summer. The hotter the weather, what are you going to be wearing? If you love hot weather, I want to know. And if you hate hot weather, I want to know. So kind of identify first whether you're a hot weather lover or hater, and then let me know what you use. Don't forget about that Habit SPF, the spray SPF. I so recommend that for SPF touch-ups on the go. And I'll be the one sitting in the air conditioning, okay? So make sure you can come chat with me there. Have something nice and cool, like a cool Coke Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero with me in the air conditioning. Let everybody else be out there sweating because it just makes me so grouchy. So let me know. That's what makes us a community. Of course, make sure that you subscribe and share. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Come on over and join our Facebook or our membership here. All right, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.